Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Limited Lorcana. Earlier, we did a sealed Shimmering Skies. Now we're going to be doing a draft for Shimmering Skies. Getting right into the start. We've got two rares, Vanellope von Schweetz, Chica. Chica doesn't seem like she has the most synergy within the set, so we're most likely not going to take her. Vanellope, I don't think is that great. Oh, I'm sorry. Vanellope is not Taffeta Muttondale. I think I had her confused. So she's a pretty good way to get rid of evasive characters quickly, but she is uninkable. I think we're gonna just take Zazu. I think 3/5 evasive's pretty good, and he's inkable. The Anna's effect is pretty good. The only problem with it is most of the cards that are like this, whenever your opponent gets to pick, they're gonna pick the worst option for you every time. So you almost have to plan around that. Pacha could be an interesting thing to take early and build around. We need to have an item. We gain a lore every turn, and then if we have a location, we could also gain a lore. I think we're going to take. I think we're gonna take Rancis Flugger Butter. I think. Um, a 4/4 for 4, quest for 1. There's a couple interesting things. I mean, P.A.K.A. with item could be good, or location. Flora could also be really, there's like just a decent 3-drop 2/4 4/4 when she gets challenged. Simba is also okay. The thing with him is like you might not always hit, but you can also ink him if he doesn't hit anything. So, but I'm a little too skeptical to take Paka. I haven't seen that many items, or sorry, not that many items, that many locations in this. Um, so we're gonna take Rancis and be alright with that for now. Well, I definitely think we're gonna be taking this Robin Hood. I just think this Robin Hood is really, really good. Ed's also not too bad. Duck for cover's a good action. But I think Duck for cover is going to be like dodge. If you want it, you'll be able to get it later. I'd rather not third pick it, so we're going to pick this Robin Hood. He's a 5, yep. The library, huh? Library's very, very good. So is Ludwig von Drake. 5 cost, 4/4, quest for 3. One thing I've noticed is that there's not that many characters that have like high stats. So characters like Rancis or Zazu or like Robin Hood, like that 3/5, 4/4, 6/6 stat line, you really want that if you can get that for your late game, because otherwise it's like a lot of 0/4s, 1/4s, 2/1s, 1/1s late game. So you definitely want to make sure you have that picked out early. I think the library is just way too good of a card to pass up though. Ludwig would probably be our other pick if we could pick two. Monstro. Glimmer versus Glimmer is also good, gives you a little bit of targeted removal. Hey Hey is actually pretty good. I haven't seen Hey Hey before. So 4/5 bodyguard, quest for 2. That's definitely not bad. Could take another Zazu, have more evasive. Wow, this pack is actually pretty good. I don't know what we'll get back from it. Most likely like healing decanter or this gathering knowledge and wisdom. Which, to be clear, I do not think this is a very good card. It's uninkable. If you're behind on the board, this just doesn't do it. Like, sure, you might top deck it and win a game, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's the best card. That's a tough one. I don't think we're gonna take Glimmer versus Glimmer, but I really do like that card. I definitely think we're probably gonna be taking one of these 5 drops. Question is, should it be Monstro or Hey Hey? I think I'm gonna do Monstro. Yeah, Hey Hey's good too, but I think Monstro, because Monstro could take out like a Hey Hey, he could take out a Zazu if I can give him evasive. Yeah, we're gonna take Monstro. Also, he's an uncommon. The other one was a common. I'm more likely to get another copy of that one. But Merlin's Cottage, each player with the top card of their face up. Okay, that's interesting. I think we're just gonna probably take this Ed. 4 cost quest for 3, 2, 4. We've got a lot of combat cards, so a good quester is definitely not a bad pick. We're definitely gonna need some 1 and 2s later, though. Hmm, that's interesting. I think this was when you move a character here. Deal 1 damage if it's a knight. It's 2. It's alright. Bruni could be alright. Gives us draw on evasive. That's interesting. I hadn't seen the uncommon one yet. I've only seen the common one. It's probably don't have many 4s. Oh, we have 2 4s. Never mind. No 3s really, just the library. I think we're gonna take a Pete. There's an argument here for Bruni for sure. There's also an argument for Fix It, Felix. Yeah, I think we're gonna take Pete though. Just better stats. I don't think any of our characters have support. Yeah, I haven't seen too many. I'm probably not gonna run that. Don't have a Mickey Mouse yet. Okay, opposing damage characters gain Reckless. Okay. Hmm. Well, we're getting a 3-drop. Question is, do I want it to be a location or just a good stat, or like an okay stat line with 2-4? 3-4 is obviously the better stat line, or I could go for effect. Hmm. I think we're just gonna go with When Will My Life Begin. Replaces itself, can have a good effect. Need some low cost cards. In draft and sealed, this can be okay. In constructed, I don't think this card will be that good unless you can cheat it out early. But I think there'll be too much item destruction and construction for this to or for and constructed to really shine. Think we're gonna go with one of these low drop cards. I think we're just gonna take a Daisy Duck and be happy. 2/2 has evasive. I'm alright with that. We're gonna take another When Will My Life Begin. Duck for cover. This is what we want to help with Monstro. And I was right. We got a Gathering of Knowledge Wisdom back. Not the one I thought would wheel, but we got that back. Probably only going to run one of these. 2 rares. Yzma's okay. Another Pacha we could have if we wanted it. I think we're going to take our Robin Hood to have another to have a shift target for it. But Alana Dale's a really interesting card. We actually do have 2 songs, funny enough. And Remember Who You Are, I think is good. I think part of the problem is most people are going to be playing really low to the curve. And I think with the deck I have, that's gonna be more mid-range. This card's gonna be better against me than for me. So I'm gonna take a Robin Hood to be able to even have a shift for Robin Hood. Um, hope this wheels. And yeah, I might take that on the second pick around, but I don't think I can first pick that. Redigan's a little too high cost, and he's uninkable, but he is evasive. Knight in play. I don't think I have many knights or any knights. No knights. Yeah, no knights. It's an interesting Archimedes. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about either of these. The 3 cost 2/2 with evasive quest for 2 is pretty aggressively statted. Kind of wish I'd taken the 1 mini earlier. I'd probably take this Mickey now. But I don't know how I feel about this Archimedes. I feel like I'd like him more if he was even just a 2/3, but a 2/2 he loses to the 1-drop 2/1 dwarf. We're just gonna take a Lilo. How many 5-drop characters do we really want to play again? Zazu, maybe the Robin Hood, Monstro. We have a good amount of 5-drops. I actually could run that. Don't think we will though. Medal of Heroes. I think this actually isn't bad, especially because it's inkable. Um, this is a weird spot to be in. I think Ed, Simba, Medal of Heroes, and Rut are what I'm considering. And I'm kind of leaning towards Rut because I think support's really, really good. But I also think just the 3 quester is really, really good. 2/4/2. How many unequals do we have? I think we've done our due diligence. I think we're pretty low on unequals. Yeah, we have 1 and we're going to cut that. So I'm going to take this Ed. But I think Rut and Metal also are very valuable. I'm not going to play a 1-drop just to have a 1-drop. Like I'd do it if it was a 1/3, but could have played armor, but I'm not the highest on this. Two Eds. We have a Rancis. No, I think we're gonna take a Bruni. I think we're gonna kind of just be like very, very evasive questing, less control. Hmm. This library is a little less good because we don't have very many 1-drops or 2-drops, so we're not really contesting the board early. So it's not like we can contest the board on turn 1, turn 2, and then turn 3 play a location and then just protect the location every turn. But it's got enough toughness, so it might just be fine enough. So I think we are gonna go with it. Really hoping to get some more 1/2s now with like at least 2/2. The resist isn't my favorite. I think we're gonna take a Ludwig von Drake. Another high quester, good stats. Prince John's Mirror, this card is just actually busted. Um, if you have a character named Prince John in play, you may pay 1 less to play this item. At the end of each turn, if your opponent has more than 3 cards, they discard until they have 3 cards in hand. Against the AI, it's probably not going to shine too much because they seem to have so many like 1-drops, 2-drops. But it's really strong. Could go Emerald, though. So I have a lot of evasive and high questers, and I kind of want to force them. Yeah, I don't know. Prince John's what I would take in person, so I'll take Prince John because I definitely think that's just the right pick. Think we're gonna take a fix it, feel it. We've got 2 libraries. Hmm. I would definitely take Remember Who You Are in Person now, I think, for sure. But I'm actually gonna take Minnie Mouse here. Because I need more bodies, I think. Let's take Archimedes. I'll take Revive. I might actually play it. It is uninkable. Ooh, 2 uninkables back. That's a little rough because we're getting high up there in uninkable count. We don't have any deductions to draw 3 and kind of adjust our stuff. So we're definitely going to be looking for that. 1 drops and 2 drops I really, really want. Wreck-It Ralph is pretty interesting. King Candy isn't bad. I like King Candy. Fix It Felix. We don't have like cheap locations that we're gonna play, so we're most likely not gonna draw. I think we're gonna take the King Candy. We just want some 1 drops, 2 drops right now. Doesn't mean we should have our blinders on, but I'm definitely gonna be much more likely to take 2 drops. Oh, we're gonna take Kronk. I think that's good. Challenger 114. That seems pretty good. Especially because we're very questy, it seems. Okay, neither of those gain lore. We're gonna take White Rabbit, I think. Take another Daisy Duck though. Yeah. So we're gonna take Bonza. So 2 drop has an effect we might actually use. Happy, we're gonna definitely take 1 drop 2/2. Sorry, 2/1, but he has evasive. Seems pretty good. Argument for Medal of Heroes. Arthur's just a 2/2 quest for 2, kind of A on that. You're welcome. I think might actually be the right thing. Yeah, I think we're gonna take You're Welcome. Got some 4 drops that can sing it if I need to. Definitely gonna take a Basil 1 drop. That's exactly what we're looking for with when we need 1 drops and 2 drops. He's a 1 drop 2/1 has support, so I can give like my 2 drop characters, or even if I had Little John's, enough challenge or enough strength to take something out. Rudy's a 2/2 for 1. Finders Keepers though. Oh, I think we have to take the draw, but I really want to take Rudy or Kronk. I don't know. I think we're good on. I think we're pretty good on draw. Yeah, I think we're actually not going to take the Finders Keepers, but I don't know. Finders Keepers is probably the right pick. But I'm going to take a Rudy to get another 1 drop. Princess or Queen. I don't think we really have all that. Yeah, we don't. I think we're going to take Glimmer versus Glimmer. Take King Candy, but this is another uninkable. I mean, our uninkable count's getting really, really high. We'll at least be able to cut 8 uninkables, though, so for the most part, every card we take now needs to be inkable. We're going to take Killing Touch just because it's inkable, and it replaces itself worst case. I do not want either of these. But I guess I'll take Shield of Arendelle. I could see a world where Shield of Arendelle actually helps me in a situation. The other one I don't think ever helps me. With all the uninkles we have, I think it is going to be Tippo. And we've got a couple supports. We've got a Basil, and we've got a Lilo to help support it. So it can most likely give me ink and then trade up. Okay, we've got a good amount of 1-drops and 2-drops now. We're kind of back to just drafting what the best card is, or what I think the best card is. I'm gonna go with White Rabbit. 3-drop, 3/4. Good stats. Simba is it's ink. It's uninkable though. Oh, jeez. Hypnotic Strength I think is a good card too. 2 cost, draw a card. Gains Challenger 2 this turn. Replaces itself and has like a meaningful effect. Hmm. I probably should have checked. Saw where I was at for 1-drops and 2-drops. 1-drops, I think, honestly, I'd take like a Basil, but I'm not stressed over like taking King Candies and stuff now. Hmm. I think we're gonna take another Tippo and probably swap back to going for a little bit more higher cost cards. As I say that, of course, though, we get another Basil, which I will definitely take. One King Candy. This is basically like the way to think about this is like a 5 cost 3/3 draw a card. And that's pretty good. I mean, we did have Dolores Madrigal last set, which was a 4 cost 3/3 if your opponent has an exerted character draw a card, and she was inkable, but I think we're gonna take this King Candy. Most likely gonna be a Fix It Feel It Jr. So many uninkables. We're gonna take a library here. We did our due diligence. We got a lot of 1s and 2s, so having multiple copies of that's not too bad. We're going to take another Ed, and we're probably going to be far more aggressive than our opponent with all of these high questing characters. I love the thematic of this, but I don't think it's the best card. We're going to take Shinzi. Definitely taking Hypnotic Strength. Actually, really glad that wheeled. And Sugar something Speedway. We are most likely going to be cutting that for sure. Library, we're going to run 3. We're probably running all of these, if I'm honest. We're only able to cut 8 cards. Duck for cover. Don't want to run that. Run Glimmer. Don't really want to run that if I can avoid it. Hypnotic Strength. See if we can avoid Revive. Have Prince John's Mirror. It's inkable. Most likely, we're gonna have to run inkable cards. And then let's sort by cost. Well, he's inkable. Most likely gonna have to run him. Lilo. Both these Robin Hoods, both these Tipos. Gonna cut a Bonsai, or yeah, Bonsai. Maybe we can avoid it, but we'll have to see. Pete. Xingzi's stats aren't very good, which means they're most likely going to run one of these two. I'd rather the Minnie Mouse, the higher toughness. White Rabbit, Brunei, we're most likely running. Ed, we're probably going to run. Francis, don't really want this. Archimedes. Both these Fix It Felixes are ink. King Candy is uninkable, but has a good effect. Ludwig, Monstro, this Robin Hood, and Zazu. So we have to run 2 more cards, and I think we can actually probably make them ink, uh, which is good. Because right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 uninkables. Well, we could actually probably run another uninkable if we wanted to. Yeah, I think we're gonna run Archimedes and Shinxi, I think. Yeah. Bonsai, I'd probably run if I was playing people, just because people are less likely to quest, especially if they're like, oh, I can't get a good trade, so this can kind of come out and surprise them. All right, and we'll get started there. I don't know if I've ever talked about this. As far as like the deck size goes, you normally want to be as close to 40 as possible because there are just cards that are objectively better than other cards. So the closer you are to the minimum, the more likely you are to see your best cards every game. So if anyone was ever curious why I typically always, or not typically always, I always shoot for the 40, if that's the minimum. I think this is what I'm gonna keep. I kind of want to get a castle, or sorry, a Bell's Library on turn 3 out if I can, which means I want the Lilo, and hopefully a 1-drop to help me protect it. There's better 3-drops though. I think we're gonna keep this though. They're both inkable. Okay. Didn't get a castle, but we have a pretty low curve hand, and it's all right. Think we're going to ink this Minnie Mouse, and we're gonna play this Rudy, and we're gonna pass. Okay, they played a Little John. Ooh, that's really good. Being able to drop that as soon as we hit turn 3 will be really nice. Assuming they aren't able to just drop their whole hand. I think we're actually going to ink the Tippo. I don't think we need to ramp here. And we've got enough inkable cards for now. And we're going to swing Rudy. Oh, no, no, no. Sorry. Oh, I can't challenge. That's right. He just came into play. We're going to play the Lilo for now, and we'll quest. Actually, no, that doesn't make any sense. I should have still played Robin Hood so I could take out Little John next turn. I was thinking so that I could get the lore, but the lore's not that beneficial. A healing decanter. Ooh, punished. He even has the way to heal Little John next turn, so I'll have to swing both into it this turn and both into it next turn if I want to get rid of it. We're gonna ink this King Candy and we're gonna play this Prince John's Mirror and immediately make them probably discard 2 cards if I had to guess. And yeah, we are gonna send the 3 into Little John. He can heal 2, but I'll still be able to do the same thing where I quest with Lilo, buff Rudy, and then swinging it into John. Oh, no, I can't do that because bodyguard. And he is only discarding 1 card. Minnie Mouse. Okay. Hmm. An interesting spot. Definitely want to play White Rabbit. Think we're gonna ink the Robin Hood. So I guess it works out we didn't play the Robin Hood because we did need the ink, but it would have just been Lilo in this case. But no, I guess that works out better because if it was Robin Hood and Rudy and we took out Little John last turn, I don't know. It's not worth, I think, over analyzing. It works out now though because Lilo can support White Rabbit. White Rabbit can take out Felix, but um, yeah, we're gonna pass here. Okay, we're gonna quest Lilo, gain the support on the White Rabbit, challenge, fix it, Felix. Hmm. Yeah, I think we're just gonna ink this Tipo, and I think we're gonna play Ed. Although, no, we're gonna play Library, and we're gonna move White Rabbit, and we're gonna move Lilo. Oh wait, no. Yeah, yeah, and Lilo here. That way, if he takes either of them out, I get to draw a card. If he just goes for the Library, I'm glad he's not questing. And if he, like I said, he goes for my guys, I draw a card, and now I'm drawing, or sorry, and now I'm a little bit ahead on lore, because I start gaining lore every turn, and I'll pass. Well, it's just when a character's banished here. Oh, so I can even force the trades. That's pretty good. Whatever character's banished here. Wow, I could even Glimmer versus Glimmer, draw another card if I wanted to really, really just keep forcing it. I think we're gonna quest with Lilo to increase the strength of White Rabbit. White Rabbit will take out Little John. I'm gonna move Rudy to library and have Rudy take out Grumpy. I get to draw. Yes, please. And we're gonna play this Ed, and we're gonna pass. I don't really want to ink this Monstro. I can definitely wait a turn or two and see if I get anything else to ink instead. Which I did get something to ink. We're gonna trade this White Rabbit off to draw another card. Nice. We're gonna ink. Oh, I guess we were at 5 anyway. I just had to wait. I don't know if I need to really flood the board. Yeah, I think we're gonna ink Basil, and we're gonna play Monstro. And then next turn, if we draw ink, we can ink, play both of these if we need to. And we're just gonna quest. And we're gonna move Ed to library and pass. So he did that so he could gain the strength, and then healed it off. So I don't know what that was. Oh, he had Ed, so he wanted to finish it off. Okay. Well, we should get to draw. We're gonna ink the Shinzi. Play Robin Hood. I guess we could still Pete Glimmer. No, I don't really want to do that. Yeah, I'm not really that in danger. Take out Red again. Quest dead. How do I maximize? I probably shouldn't have inked. What did I ink? Shingsi. No, I probably should have kept it and played that and Pete out to have 2 questers. Cause I don't really want to Glimmer versus Glimmer this turn. He doesn't have anything I'm really afraid of. So it's not the most efficient, but I'll just play Robin Hood and move them both to the library. And now we go to 19. Yeah, this card's not very good. This is the problem with it. Actually, no, we win. Yep, that's game. With this is like when you're behind, it does nothing. It's not a body. It really only helps you like kind of win more if you're already winning, and you just need like a way to kind of heal a couple and like keep reusing a character. But I would just be pretty leery of it in your pod if you got it. Um, I would probably not take it. Probably gonna go Basil Kronk, which is just now Kronk can challenge as a 4/4. Um, yeah, I think we actually really want library with this hand since we have so many bodies. I debating keeping Tipo because we have so many uninkables, but I think we'll be all right. Yeah, we're plenty fine. We're gonna ink When My Life Begin, and we're gonna play Basil and pass. Okay, 1/2. We are gonna ink Monstro, and we're gonna play this Kronk, and we're going to quest with Basil. Mostly because if she swings into it, then he'll just have his turn 2 up on the board, or I guess 1 drop. And next turn we're gonna ink establish library, probably play the second library, and that's most likely gonna be the game. That's pretty brutal to deal with. So library, we're gonna. Oh no, not Basil. Kronk is gonna take out Merryweather. He's got the Challenger 1 from his effect, and we'll pass. And then next turn we're gonna play the next location, and if he quests, we're just gonna keep swinging. Yeah, he just keeps questing. Challenge with Kronk, Ink, Archimedes. Play the second library. We're gonna move Kronk to library, and we're gonna pass. And that way, if he takes out Kronk, I get to draw a card. If he swings into the library, I can use Basil to support Kronk and have Kronk take him out. And if he does nothing, then I can do that next turn. Or like if he quested, I could still do that. But gain 2 lore. We have a couple high questers. I think we're probably just gonna push them. Although I don't really want to ink this Robin Hood because this Robin Hood could also help with pushing. There's also an argument for. So he's 4 quests right now. He can go to 8. I can go to 8 as well this turn and establish a 3 quester. It's 2 cards in hand. And I can establish a big quester every turn. Hmm. I don't think I think I do just race. Well, let's try it. Worst that happens is we lose. We'll play Ludwig. Um, I am actually gonna quest Basil. Oh no, I should have waited till I could move to the castle, but it's fine. The reason I quest Basil is I want him to swing into it with something. Most likely it's gonna be White Rabbit. Yeah, no, I shouldn't have quest Basil. I should have kept it because then I could move it to library and hit Maleficent next turn. Is what it is. He hit a castle, okay? Well, in that case, sorry, it's not castle, it's library. But in that case, we're gonna move Basil to library. Have him challenge Maleficent. We're gonna draw a card. An Ed. Yeah, we're just racing, I think. Ink. Daisy. Play Robin. And we'll pass. Yeah, we have to hope a little bit that we get a 2 cost. Reviving a 1 cost card is not really what my opponent would like to do. Let's see. Quest. We're gonna play King Candy. If we get ink, we're gonna put this on the bottom. Technically, I probably should have kept that. I think it gives evasive until the start of my next turn, so I could have protected a quester, but we're gonna ink library. This way, next turn, if we draw ink, we can play both of these, but the game is most likely over. And we'll move one of them to each location to really force him to get rid of these locations. Yeah, and now it's game because we quest for 5. Ink. We don't have to play this, but I like Ed, so I would like to play him out. So I intend to do so, and then we'll quest. And that is not 20. Oh, he's only a 2-quester. Okay. It's a good thing we played the Eds and didn't like quest and pass. For some reason, I was thinking Robin Hood was at 3 quests. I thought for some reason he had more than 1 damage character. And we will quest with Ed and win. Alright, let's go into our next game. This deck is pretty good. Oh, this is actually our 3rd game, so they have 4 lore to start. Okay. I think we're going to keep these 2. If I get a 1-drop, I can use the Hypnotic Strength. I didn't. I get a lot of 2-drops, which worries me a little bit. Gotta get rid of Tippo because we actually have a pretty inkable hand. I apologize if I'm saying the name wrong, by the way. If it's typo or something, I don't mean any disrespect. We're getting rushed, huh? Just absolutely rushed. Okay. Well, I don't think we're going to be able to get the value from Hypnotic Strength this game because we're just going to have to get bodies on boards that can fight. Huh. So, Daisy Duck takes out Tafida. Yeah, we'll do that. My other thought was I could play Lilo, and then next turn I play Minnie Mouse, and then I can quest Daisy or quest the Lilo, buff the Minnie Mouse, have Minnie Mouse take out the resist Mickey. But no, we need to just fight for the board as much as we can right now, and it still might not be enough. So we're gonna challenge the 1/2. Think we actually, yeah, we're gonna ink Robin Hood so we can play this Lilo and Basil, and that way we can support how we need to and make sure that we're getting rid of 2 cards a turn still. Probably would have been better for him with Mickey Mouse to take out Daisy, but it's a chance that, I was about to say, there's a chance that he is a way to remove it. Well, I do not want to give him any draw this game. Okay, so we can establish a fighter and Francis, or we can establish Ed. I think we're gonna need the fighter. We're gonna quest with Basil, give the strength to Lilo, challenge. We're gonna take out Pete. Part of the reason why I'm taking out the Pete is I want my Basil to be appetizing and for him to be like, oh, I'll take that out with my Mickey Mouse. So that he didn't quest, but I think this game is just over. The 4 lore he started with was a really big deal. Oh, okay, no, he did take it out with 1 thing, so it's 1 less lore that he has. Yeah, I think this is over, unfortunately. This is just too much to deal with. He's going to 16 next turn. Yeah. Ink Minnie Mouse. We're gonna play King Candy, see what we get. I don't think there's anything that saves us. We definitely don't want to give him more reason not to challenge. Take out Mickey Mouse. Pass. He's going to go 16, 17, 18. That's rough. Yeah, that double 1-drop was brutal. Oh, he challenged? Oh, that's great for us. We have Reckless, right? Yeah, we have to challenge. That's really good for us, though. I need to establish something that can take out Tropical Force next turn. So anything with 3 strength. I almost kind of want as many bodies on the board, but also not really. It's the value of the quester is really what I need. We'll take out Rudy. And we will take out that. So we need to have three additional strength. And then if he has a way to kill King or banish King Candy, then we just weren't going to win this game either way. I think it's going to be Robin Hood. I think we're going to ink Tippo. Yeah, for the chance that we maybe go to 7 and can play both. Okay. We need 1 questers only at most. That's a 1 quester only. And he trades pretty good into our board, so that might encourage him even more to actually take out something on my board. Challenge. Not quite what we wanted, but we will play. Well, I mean, it kind of is what we want, right? Like, we need to be racing. No. I mean, I could ink it on the chance that I draw. No, if I was at 7, I might ink it on the chance I draw 2 Eds. But even then, I can still wait. So I'm going to wait either way. Okay, it's another 1 quester. He took out King Candy. Okay, so we have a chance, folks. Because he's not questing. Challenge here. Yeah, I think we're just going to play the Ed. Where we kind of have to push it. I would, I could glimmer him now, keep him at 17, but I'd rather glimmer the 2 quester he plays when he gets 1. If he ever gets 1. Okay, did the damage. Which is fine. Every time he does damage, I'm a-okay with that because that means he's not questing. Remove Robin Hood here. And we're going to challenge Pete. Draw a card. We're going to ink that. So we can play this Shinzi and quest with this Ed. And pass. Another 1 quester. Okay. Another Ed. Oh, that's great. Unfortunately, I have to swing into this with both. Maybe I don't, though. Maybe I should just play Ed. Maybe I should have just played Ed. I go to 11, 12. And then next turn I threaten 7 more. No, I did still have to do this. Challenge here. Move. You here. Play this Glimmer versus Glimmer. Sacking the Shinzi, taking out Mickey. Yeah, we will play this. And we'll move our Ed. Pass. Okay, he didn't play 2 quester, so I think we got it. I haven't done the math fully yet. 13. Move everybody to the library. Yeah, because 3 from Ed, 3 from Ed, 1 from library. So if he takes out Happy, I still get 7. Oh, geez, that was a close game. Wow, that was one of the best games we've played against the AI. They're going to 19. And sure, this is a little bit of confirmation bias, but like their hand, yeah, so this is like remember who you are. My hand was pretty low. I was pretty desperate just like them, so it just sat in their hand and it's uninkable. So it can be good, but it's also like there's just times you draw it and it does absolutely nothing. I would be pretty wary to run it. It's almost like a sideboard item or sideboard card. If you're like, okay, my opponent has a lot of big cost cards and I have a lot of low cost cards, I can use this to refill. Or you just kind of have to play with that game set in mind. Like I'm gonna have a bunch of low cost cards, and I'm gonna like try and flood them out, and then remember who you are to get like three or four more. Um, Finders Keepers is an okay card, but like we kind of talked, like he just needed any character. So if either of these were a character or an inkable card, like he could ink this, play this turn. That doesn't make the biggest difference, but Uninkables is it's such a detriment, but like a lot of them are very good and they have great effects, but you just have to be really careful. But that was our draft for Shimmering Skies. Wow, was that a great closer. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll hope to see you guys next time.